Have you had enough yet? Have you had enough? At what point are you going to stand up? Are you going to, at what point are you going to start to speak out against what is happening? Will it be the next lockdown for some bogus flu bug where businesses close, everybody's got a mask up, you can't leave your house, your kids can't go to school? Will that be it? Will it take a second one of those to happen? Will it be when the banks close and the economy crashes? When you go to get your money out of the bank and it's gone. The government took it to pay for their wars, to pay for their excessive spending, and your earnings, your property are gone, and then they want to go to some CBDC, central bank digital currency, which means there is no paper money, it's all digital, and at any time they can just say, Mr. Rick, we don't like the way you're doing, we don't like the things you're saying, we don't like what you do, the car you drive, the food you eat, the amount of electricity you use in your house, so you can only spend your money at certain places. And you don't get as much benefit from your wages as everybody else does who are good little doobies and follow the government's ways and demands. That's what they have in China, folks. They have all the cameras everywhere. They know where you are. Your smartphone follows you. You may think you're free to go wherever you want, unencumbered. You want to take a vacation, you can drive wherever you want. Well, the government would rather you not do that. They want to get everybody on electric cars, because those can be shut off. They can be controlled, how much you drive, how often you can charge that car. It's a little bit harder for them to stop you from pulling into a gas station, whipping out $100 and filling up your gas tank and driving 7 or 8 hours to somewhere else. You wouldn't be able to do that with a CBDC. There's already countries doing it, folks, and our government wants it. They want that control over everybody. Everything they do is about control. Don't you see it? Don't you have conversations with your friends and your family? Or are you one of the folks that just sits back and says, oh, we don't talk politics over Thanksgiving, because that would be uncomfortable? I got news for you. Time is running out. If we don't start talking about this, try to get people to understand. I have family members who just want to go along to get along. You talk about what the kind of things that are going on in the perceived future that we might have, and they're like, well, there's nothing we can do about it. They've been doing this forever, yada, yada, yada. Come on. Yeah, they've been doing it because we've been letting them, and nobody speaks up. Not enough people come out. Look what's happened in some of these other countries. They've elected actual conservative people who are interested in protecting their citizens, their countries. We continue to send billions upon billions of dollars to the Ukraine, to Israel, to all these other countries, but our government, in their infinite wisdom, cannot find the money to secure the southern border. We have millions of people coming across the border, and we're paying for them. Look at New York City, the sanctuary city. Send us your poor and your lost, what the hell. But we knew who those people were. They went through a process to get into the country. They were held on Ellis Island until they checked out. They had to have a family to support them. They had to have some means of support. We didn't allow all these folks to come from all over the world. It's not just Mexico and South America. You have people from the Middle East. You have Chinese, mostly military-age Chinese men, millions coming across the border. What are they coming here for? Come on, wake up. Our government doesn't protect us. We're just their piggy bank. They keep taxing us into oblivion. They don't do the things they're supposed to do with our taxes, like protect the border, maintain highways and roads, make sure we have national security. They don't do any of that. All this money, what I heard the other day, it was almost half a trillion dollars to support illegal aliens. That's economical, rather than $5 billion to secure the border and shut this down. The only money Biden sends to the border is to have more agents to process more people into the country. Come on, this is ridiculous. I have to do this. I have to talk to people. I can't just sit back. I have kids and grandkids and great grandkids that their future doesn't look so bright right now the way things are going. I want them to be able to enjoy what freedoms I've had and my folks have had and my grandparents had had. This is not the same country. You have to get a license to fish, you have to get a license to drive, you have to get a license for your car, you gotta pay property tax on everything. That's why people who retire, if they don't have enough income, they typically lose their homes and stuff because they can't afford just the taxes. Think about that for a minute. You work all your life for a cushion to live on. And then in the end, after you're milked out like a milk cow, they're done with you. You can't do anything for them anymore. You have no income to tax. Then when you die, what you do have, they tax that. Come on, please start talking to people. Start speaking out. And if everybody doesn't, they're just going to keep on going. They're just going to keep going. Please wake up. Come on, save America.